Okay, we're back out here. I got a little piece of wire I'm going to use to fish through over to that so I can pull the wires through. And I got a magic marker so that I can put the trim up there. You put it up and then mark it and then cut it. I'm going to try and do it with this hacksaw. I think the last time I did it on the van I used a jigsaw, but this is really flimsy plastic, so it doesn't take much to cut it. I might get the jigsaw anyway just because it's faster, but anyways, that's where we're at. Gonna get this wired up and at least get the wires over there. I still gotta go back in the house and get the connectors, the new connectors. Okay, back in a little bit. Okay, first snafu. This little, it's like picture hanging wire, isn't strong enough. There's actually like a fiberglass bad insulation in here instead of the styrofoam. And it kept hanging up, trying to push it through. I tried it both ways, this way and that way. So what I did was go out, cut out the ground wire out of a piece of Romex because this stuff's stiff. And I couldn't do it this way. It keeps catching all the fiberglass insulation. So I came back this way. I had to fiddle around with it a little bit to get it between this crack, but now it's there. So I can tie the power wires into it and pull them through. Gonna do that next. Put a little tape on there just to kind of keep the wires tight. I looked on the inside of the converter and it says that white's positive, so that's what I did. I got the red and the white. And the maxxair fan marked the positive on it, so it's black, so I think I just did it ass backwards. Well, I'll undo it and start over. Oh, I had to put the battery back in it. Well, the battery box is not designed for where the strap is on the bottom, there's a bracket. There's nothing for the battery box to sit in, so it's kind of a crappy design. But at least I know where all the wires go, and it's not as bad as it looked before, and I got the vent on it. So the reason I got to do all this before I finish with the fan is I thought the fan was reversible. It's not, so if I've got it wired in backwards, then it'll only blow air in, it won't suck air out. So now that I got the battery in, let me turn it on. If nothing explodes, I'll turn on the fan and see what happens. Okay, I finally decided to just take that battery box and chunk it. It's not designed for this thing. I took the little clip on the bottom that was mounted right smack in the middle. I moved it over here to the edge. So now I can put this thing in here and the battery's secure. As far as venting, which is what that hose and everything else is for, these things when they're charging give off hydrogen gas, which is incredibly, we have a plane coming in for a landing. Got a helicopter out there too. Anyways, I screwed up with the wiring and I had to go figure that out. So based on the thing, the white cable goes to the negative side of the 12-volt system, and this goes to that, and this red wire here goes to the positive side, and then these wires right here go to the jack system. So I got it all figured out so I can put it all back together. And I did test the fan. It's still working. But it's doing what it was supposed to, which is suck air out. I had thought it was a reversible, but it's not. It's only one way. So it sucks air out. But with that thing going, I get a nice breeze in here because I got the window. I'll got the window open and the door open. If I close the door, it would suck a lot of air in there. So anyways, everything's wired up. I gotta shut the battery, the converter off, and then undo those terminals again and wire these up correctly. And it's not hard to see because they actually go up, and they're marked on the side of the jack thing up here, which one's positive and which one's negative. Well, I tell you what, when they don't put labels on this stuff, sometimes you just gotta fiddle around. Oh, God dang bee. I don't want to get stung by a bee. I've already been stung by a yellow jacket. Get out of here, bee. Shit, I'm gonna go back inside the house. Alright, bye. Oh, the bee flew out. I'm safe. So, all I have to do now is undo the things and put these on there on the correct polarity, which is not hard to figure out. I got the battery figured out. The battery's fully charged. I recycled the trickle charger and the green light came on, so I don't know why that doesn't work. You'd think it'd go green. But anyways, I'm just going to leave this way. The hydrogen's lighter than air. It'll go up there. In the van, I didn't have my battery I had it in a box. It was a marine box, but it wasn't vented anywhere. Unless you're charging them, they put off hydrogen gas when you charge them. But that opening right there goes to this vent right there. So it's always vented to the outside. And, you know, it's been in here. I don't expect this thing to explode. Famous last words. Anyways, the fan works. All I gotta do is why is this not? Oh, because it's the off switch. That's just the speed switch. There we go. All right, got that figured out. You got an operator headspace. Okay, I'm rambling. I'll go ahead and finish hooking this up, get the battery box closed down, and then I'm gonna start putting the light fixture back in, and then I'll do the trim last. Okay, done with this segment. Sorry about rambling. Okay, there we go. Battery's back in. Everything works. Fan works. Jack switch came on, so that means they'll work. And I'm gonna go inside and cool off. Like 10 o'clock in the morning here, and it's already almost 80-something degrees. Or more than 80-something degrees. Back later. You can't tell it because it's going so fast, but the fan actually is working. So is the light. So the only thing left to do is put the trim piece up there. I'll do that here in just a second. So everything's wired up. I did look while I was inside cooling down. I can buy a battery box that'll fit that at Walmart for about 10 bucks, and they make a kit where you drill a hole in the top and clamp that hose, go right on the thing. So for less than 20 bucks, I can actually get a decent battery box that is sealed and it's just going to be much better. And I will do that because I want that. I mean, this thing's got holes down underneath it, down here, that go down into this cavity here. So that's my helper next door. So anyways, the rat's nest wiring I've made some sense out of it, and everything works. This fan would just, if I shut the door, it really does pull a fair amount of air out of here. So let me go ahead and get this trim cut and put up there, and then I'll be done with the fan. It's off by about a ½ an inch, but that's because I couldn't get it up there with that roof membrane coming down. So I can either cover it up with some kind of trim, or that's fine. It's doing exactly what I wanted. So anyways, I'm done. Clean up out here and get all these tools out of the way and lock everything up, shut the converter off, and I call that a successful modification, because You can take the wires on the fan and put a single throw double pole switch on it and make it reversible, but don't worry about that until later. Okay, y'all have a good day. Bye.